Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thanks, as always, for the support on the new venture of Heroes in My City. It's a little hard to hide who we shouting out today. We are sitting here with the mastermind behind this mastermind. If you have not heard of 681 Seafood and Southern Bites, you definitely missing out on a wonderful treat. You are cheating yourself. You're cheating your appetite. All right, you are disrespecting your taste buds. So let's stop doing that, because this is also family. And you know, being able to see someone grow from a great athlete, you know, coming from a very athletic family, but also culinary driven family, and to turn what seemed to be just a love for food into actual business and be thriving, for me, has made me a super fan and has made her a hero to me. So I'm gonna stop talking, because I'm already talking too much and I don't want to get emotional already. But introduce to you the mastermind behind 681 Seafood and Southern Bites, Miss Erica Overstreet.
Listen, I want to be introduced like that from now on. I want everybody, when you come to the truck, to introduce me the same way he just did. Now I'm playing. Thank you for having me. I'm filled with gratitude. I'm happy to be on. Like, I love what you're doing, like I told you, and happy Sunday. So let's get into it.
Let's get rolling.
Let's get rolling.
So one thing that always stands out to me, and is biblical, is, you know, honor thy mother and thy father, and thy days shall be long. But in your case, that's a true representation of you, because family has always been a major priority for you, especially your mother and your father. How important do you think that actually is for you?
So for me, that's super important, because me knowing that my mom has always wanted to do this, and me getting to a point where a couple years back, I had a conversation with a good friend, probably 2017, and I said, hey, my mom is doing the food thing again, but this time, like, I'm feeling led to help. And I knew that that it was something that I could bring to the table, that compared to what she brings to the table, putting it together, it would just do something different, and it proved to work. So to me, it's just like you said, just keeping the family in the forefront, just really blessed it. It really did propel it forward. And so yeah, 681 Seafood and Southern Bites, actually today, May 1st, we're actually celebrating the 4th year of having the truck. So
happy 4 years.
Thank you. It's kind of funny that we're doing this on the actual date of 4 years ago. We got our trailer finished being wrapped, and we did that same night we did our first event. Really? So 4 years on the truck.
Now take us to the first mental conception of 681 Seafood.
So initially we were doing soul food, and when we had to make a decision on the truck, even if the first wrap that was on the truck felt more Southern, and you know, we just, again, like, I can't even take the credit, because between my mom, my family, my friends, especially, like, you'll hear me say this a lot during this, even especially Briggs, like, we would have combos for hours, and I'm like, I know this can be better. Yeah. Like, I know that we could do more with this, and the seafood thing kind of started catching, and I said, you know what? I think we should really run that way. Yeah. So starting from Southern food, we kind of transitioned to seafood, to the point where people are like, y'all don't even sell Southern food anymore, and I'm like, we do, but seafood kind of became the forefront. Okay. So it does change, and I think that is big on, like, to anybody that's doing entrepreneurship, you might start off feeling like it's going to be one thing, but you really do have to trust the process, that sometimes however you being led and however you shifting with it, it's meant for you to grow to that point. Yeah. I didn't see seafood initially. I saw yams, greens, the grilled wings, ribs, oxtails, and now we sell none of those items. So you got to trust it. You got to trust that however it's moving, it's going to land you in the best position. So one thing that really helped us take off was during the 2017, I think was that Wilma? Okay, yeah. So Wilma, we were like, nobody had food, nobody had power. Yeah. We were selling plates. Oh. I was doing deliveries, driving over branches, like tearing up my bumper. But that being posting and saying, hey, we got food, we got food, we got food, the company's momentum went on a almost instantaneous shift. But we had already put in years of work before that. Okay. So that helped.
Now, you just said something I think that's very important for people to hear, because it's a lot of people that think getting into this business is just a 1-2 step, and it's just something I can just walk into and just go buy a food truck and just cook food and sell it. But you said something very powerful. You said that this process happened after years of putting in work.
Yeah, it happens. So, you know, they say it takes 17 years to be an overnight success. We got there a little earlier, but it had been years of work. My mom had worked decades to do this.
Yeah.
So everybody thinking, I'll buy the truck, I'll get it out there, I'll do events.
Yeah.
That's not how it worked. And so I think that what people get confused is that they think it's like instant gratification. That's not it.
Yeah.
It's really a process. Like I'm a Nipsey Hussle fan. It's really a marathon.
Yeah.
Because for me, you know, I know that for my family initially, it would have been cool for us to just stay within our neighborhood, our demographic, and sell good food, and you know, you grow your business. But I wanted more than that for us. So like just being able to say we worked with Walmart, we've worked with Home Depot, we've worked with Broward Sheriff's Office, we've worked with Triller. You know, people, that's not even the name drop. It's just, but we also work with the city of Deerfield. We also do our own pop-ups right here in our own community. We also take the truck and feed the homeless. So it's just not limiting yourself, but also knowing where you really want to go.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hardest conversation for people to have with themselves.
What I also noticed that you work with the Hope Foundation.
Yeah.
Now, I got a slight personal connection there too. You know, I kind of woke up one year and just went there for Christmas.
Really?
And just went down there and just helped out for the day and just
Man, that's
fed.
awesome.
But so when I saw you guys also doing some work there, how important do you think it is to also give back? Because that is something that I see you do a lot of.
Honestly, I think that's the highest thing. Like, people think it's about business for me, but it changed for me years ago. It's not even about making the money or having opportunities. I just think that we're here to be an act of service.
Yeah.
We're here to be of service to people, and it makes me get emotional because I'm coming to a place to where that's becoming even more important to me.
Yeah.
Like, being of service to me is like the highest and best thing I'm gonna ever accomplish. And I get that already. So like working with them, and it's funny because we're gonna start working with them once a month.
Wow.
And we've had 175 people. Ooh. So for anybody that wanna come out, wanna volunteer, wanna help serve, wanna help pass out, I don't care, water, socks, hygiene supplies, whatever we can do to be of service, like I really want us to do that. And as a community, I think we need to see that, so that we can even, you know, we can be filled with even more gratitude for what we do have. So like that,
man, that's powerful.
That's grounding.
That's powerful, really.
Because I used to work for the task force for ending homelessness. I worked with them for 4 years. And before that, I worked at a homeless shelter doing intake. And before that, working in residential.
Yeah.
So I've been around the homeless population for probably 15 years. But I just always felt like, even when I made the decision to leave that and go full-time entrepreneurship, I said that that I really wanted to still be of service in some way. And it took me like 2 years to double back on it, but I just felt like it was just the right time now. Like now the resources are available, and you know more people, so you can kind of get help when you want to put on stuff like that.
I think it's always amazing how, you know, we go through this journey and we don't always realize how it's preparing us for the next phase of life.
Yeah, 100%.
You see it. Now, what was the shift personally that you felt that took you more into the entrepreneur route and away from the 9-to-5 route? You
know what, I've been saying since I was in high school, been saying to my best friend who I've had 15 years now, that I wanted to be able to create opportunities for myself and for my family, and hopefully create opportunities for my friends. So even if that's just through knowledge, the knowledge I can lend, that's what I wanted to do. And so for me, the shift really became when I said, hey, you know what? If I just trust that that the Creator is all knowing and that He's gonna provide, if I trust that, if I really trust that, I got to shift.
Yeah.
And when I felt like that pull on me was that fear had like kind of dissipated, I was like, yeah, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
And I won't lie, resigning, I was scared. I had a great job.
Yeah.
And I had a great job. I just moved. So I had just got a new place, and I was like, I'm being called to move like this.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, from the moment I made that hard decision, I have not had lack. I have not experienced lack. And to me, that's the most gratifying part. And it's also with that I became way more humble. Yeah. Like, I promise you, I could never imagine the humility that I feel internally. I could have never felt that still being on my 9-to-5. Yeah. So if it took all of that for me to feel this humble, and for me to feel like, yo, I'm really shifting. Yeah. Worth it. A million times. I would do it a million times over. But I will tell people that like my route ain't everybody's route.
Exactly.
But you got to know what your route is, and you got to be so confident in that even when it looks shaky, just stay the course.
Yeah.
Stay the course. That's really what I try to do now.
And this is what's crazy, because just knowing you from when we were kids until now, like you always felt to me like the most confident person in the room.
And listen, wasn't, but you know what?
But it was in you the whole time.
It was in. So it's like some people might not get it, but like I always feel like we got a higher version of ourselves that we gonna tap into at some point.
One thing that I'm constantly hearing too is the fact that how you are a true student.
Yeah, I like
a true student of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
How because some people don't really understand that. Like you can't go in the door knowing everything.
Nah, you can't. And I ain't even gonna front. I'll be lying if I didn't say that I didn't used to be a know-it-all, but I quickly adjusted, and I'm still adjusting from that to where I really get that you learn so much more from just listening. And so anytime I get to be in the room with people that I know way more than me, I'm not cowering, but I'm standing up enough to be like, hey, how can I get better as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. And in that same essence, you don't have to share today what you are, and it's somebody listening that's gonna take from this and gonna grow tremendously.
I'm telling you, literally, but don't one person listen to the whole interview and they're like, oh man, I feel like it's something that she's saying or something that that you're saying, then to me, my act of service in this moment, I feel like it's fulfilled.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really fulfilled. For me, as an entrepreneur, I have nothing else want to be able to give as much of what I've learned away.
Okay.
Like I really want to get to the point to where I can give it away, but I also hope people know, like, hey, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Ton of work.
What does the victory lap for 681 Seafood look like?
You know what? I would say having another truck, I would want to have 2 locations minimally.
Okay.
Probably one in South Florida, one probably Treasure Coast, if not out of the state, if that's what the creator got for us. And I would say just trying to employ at least 30 people. So, for me, I would like for us to be able to employ at least 30 people, and even having our product out. So we're working on our product. So we're working on getting our seasonings and sauces and stuff like that out. So even having a warehouse space to where we can then employ more people. So maybe employing 35 people. Okay. That's, to me, that would be victorious, and I think we could get there.
So you just mentioned about being able to employ people from your own community. How do I, not me personally, but you, how do I pursue employment for 681 Seafood?
So email us, because we're looking for people, and what we sometimes do is, like right now, I think we're running a full staff of, we got like 6, and we got a office person now that does a lot of stuff for us, but we always looking. So I would say if somebody wanted to work with us, which we would love, DM, contact me. Our email address is 681bites@gmail.com. I promise I respond to emails. I respond to everything pretty quick, but I respond to emails quick. So like, and I would even tell a person, hey, listen, we got space for these events. You want to come out? So I want to do more of that this year too, and I'm hoping for increasing growth for us so that we can add a few more people to the team.
I'm not necessarily what they would call culinary gifted, but I do eat very well. Are y'all looking for a food tester?
Listen, anytime you want to.
Is that a possibility?
Listen, you come up anytime you want.
And you ain't got to pay me nothing.
No, I could just. Thank you. I appreciate you for not charging us for the
time. I'm gonna donate my time for it.
Listen, anytime you want.
This has just been when I say a blessed conversation. Like I feel blessed to be here.
Same.
Just tell us what to expect when we walk up to 681 Seafood.
Be greeted with a lot of energy. A lot of good energy, I would hope. But when you walk up and you come to the truck, I promise you it feels like family. I've seen a lot of people where they're like, hey, it's all about pushing out plates, getting, having a time on it, but it ain't that for us. Yeah. It's about making sure that when you come, that you not only feel like we're grateful for you to be here, but it goes beyond you just spending your hard-earned money in exchange with us. It goes to us saying, hey, how are you? Like, that's a big one for us. We want to be a people company. Like, we genuinely want to connect with everybody that comes to the truck that we're supposed to.
Now, this is what's so powerful about what you just did, right? I asked you what to expect. The average person would have been, oh, we got seafood mac and cheese, but the most important thing to you is the customer and how the customer felt.
Because to me, it's all about them. It's 1,000% about them.
Yeah.
It's about our customers. It's about us too, but we want to be a customer-driven company first. And that's what I think we're doing. I think we're off to the right start with that. So first thing I want you to know about 681 is if you haven't come to see us, please come see us. I look forward to meeting you. I want to hug you. I want to make sure we get you some good food, and I even want to hear what you thought about your food experience. And it's always me that's on the other end of that phone that's saying, hey, I thank you for your message. We appreciate it. For entrepreneurs, just stay the course and don't give up, and just be confident in what you're doing, and just trust that even when it don't look like you're getting far. Me and my friends talk all the time about how sometimes you got to understand the gift. And the gift is sometimes just you being able to have something that people would pay you for, and just work it. Just work it. Don't give up. Like, we done failed a lot. We have had a lot of failures. We've had opportunities that didn't work out, and it's been times when you get discouraged. But I'm real grateful for having people around me that can kind of pull me when I need to, when I need to be pulled. And I'm grateful for those people. So I would say that. I would say don't give up. And I know it sounds cliche because everybody's like, yeah, don't give up. No,
but it's always said for a reason.
It's don't give up. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Your lap, you ain't gonna get to your victory lap instantaneously. But if you run right at your pace, you're gonna get there. You're gonna be fine when you get there, and you won't feel so worn.
Your pace.
So you really got to keep your pace, and you got to be okay with what that pace look like. And I'm learning that even more right now. It's like being comfortable with the process and just being okay with how that looks.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. This is all beautiful.
Listen, I'm grateful. I'm happy
to
be
it.
Here.
Now we got somebody hiding behind the camera over here too. I don't know if he want to come on over and just say what's up to the people, but come on in.
This is my boy Perk. He owns Southern Barbecue Boys with two of his good friends. And I'm just excited.
Let's get the shirt on camera so that way they know.
Perk, come stand in front of the camera. People got to see.
That way they know.
People got to see Southern Barbecue Boys.
They know who
like
also in the building.
He's 1/3 of the team, and they got some good food. Like your DMs.
On Instagram, Southern Barbecue Boys. On Instagram, Facebook. All messages come directly to me or other people of the team. But just trying to build history, really, is my thing. Plain and simple.
That's the way to
Sound like
do
it's
it.
time for another sit down with the Southern Barbecue Boys. Then
we can do one.
Nah, it's on camera, so we came back out.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm always with that.
He's saying shake the hand.
We on camera now.
I'm
just messing with you.
I'm with that.
I already know.
Appreciate y'all.
Man, thank y'all for supporting this. Fam, I appreciate you.
Listen,
thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too.
And that's a wrap.